Rising. It is April 23, 2025. So good to be alive. And it's Bitcoin Stamp SWA, baby. That's right. SWA all day. And we got a weekly meetup. We've got an artist today. Gonna knock your socks off, but you know what I do? I always start the universal greeting. And let me get started on the universal greeting. We'll get some peeps on in here. I'm going to go and post this show in the back room and the back chats. And you know what? Peeps always come. They come right on in here because SWA, we get ready to play. So let's get at it. Let me say Beijing, ni hao, London, hello, top of the morning to you. Yeah, that's how I like to do it. Los Angeles. Hey, I like to have a little bit of fun too, people. You gotta have some fun out here, okay? Who we got next? Lisbon. Hola. Hey, there is a Lisbon conference coming up in June. Yeah, that's June 4th, I believe. You know what? That's in my brain computer somewhere. I got to get the info out there. But Lisbon, hola. Okay, we got you. Hong Kong, hello. Yes, hello, Hong Kong. How you doing? Sweden, hey. Toronto, good day. Hey, Tokyo, konnichiwa. Turkey, merhaba. I just figured out last week that rhymed, okay? I'm going to say that again. Tokyo, konnichiwa. Turkey, merhaba. Absolutely. My name is Trudy Art. This is the Universe Wallet, Indexer, Explorer, Marketplace, and Inscribing, plus the leaderboard tracker for the dot swap runes and trading and copy trading bot. That sounds like a lot of stuff to say. Yeah, a lot. Where can you find this stuff? You can find it on the bitcoinuniverse.io. Bitcoinuniverse.io. Hey, they're unleashing Bitcoin's full potential because it turns out Bitcoin has potential. Have you seen the charts lately? OMG. Now we got people coming back acting like they've been here since day one. Oh, give me a break. Charts go down. I'm leaving. Charts go up. Oh, we're so back. Stop it. Stop it. Just stick around, okay? Listen, the Bitcoin universe, yeah, the wallet, it is your all-in-one solution. Why is it a solution, by the way? I mean, I just say a bunch of words, but ask questions. It's a solution because it manages all your assets in one place. Okay. And today's a special day. Today's a special day. But let me tell you what it manages. Okay. You got atomicals. Yes. Unisat said, bye-bye, no more support for atomicals. But you know what the universe said? Hey, we got support for you, atomicals. So come and check out the wallet. BRC20, DUS20, TAP, DMT. This is a roll call. UNAT runes. LRC20, Lambda, SRC20. Stamp. SWA, baby. Now, somebody asked me, you know who you are. What does SWA mean? It means stamp with attitude. And that's what we're going to do. Hey, I'm really excited because when I get to talk to people, oh my God, and not just people, artists, I get tinglies. I get excited. I hope I don't scare the artists. They're like, what is she? She's a little bit kooky. But hey, I gotta get it started. Hey, I am posting something right now in the back chats. Okay. So I think I posted it correctly. Hopefully I did it. Hopefully people are going to come by. But we are going to talk to an artist today. So I'm so excited. Let me tell you a little bit about our artist today. Tony. Yes. Tony is an artist with the stamp community. So we're going to be talking all things stamp today. And there is support for stamp in a big way. Let me just point out quickly that you can go and check out stamp art right now. Where can you go and check out stamp art right now? Tony's going to tell us where his art is specifically, and we'll see if we can get him over here to Bitcoin Universe. But you can go to bitcoinuniverse.io, okay? bitcoinuniverse.io. And oh my gosh, my water. I got to get my water. I will in a moment, okay? But go over to, so you're there right now. You see the first page. You see the copy trading bot, the leaderboard. Yeah. head over to trade. Okay, go to trade. And then once trade populates, you'll see all of the different protocols that have marketplaces. Go to STAMP for secure transferable artifacts maintained permanently. And you are going to see, okay, this just makes my heart pitter patter here because you're going to see some beautiful artwork. You're going to see some beautiful artwork. It's all stamps for many different artists, but we're going to focus on Tony. Let me give you three words that best describes Tony. Tony is curious, adventurous, and resilient. Now, I am going to go out there because I'm never on the page, and I'm going to see if Tony's joined us. Let me just take a look. Has Tony joined us? Because he's going to really take over here. Tony, are you out there?
Yes, I'm here. Of course.
Oh, oh, Tony, talk for a little bit more. I'm just getting the sensation of you. Please say something more, Tony.
All right, all right. Hi, everybody. I'm
Oh,
Tony, and the reason why I have NL at the end of my name is because I'm located in the Netherlands. Actually, I was born in Argentina, and I grew up over there. And in the years 90s, I moved to Europe. I was 4 or 5 years in Switzerland, and then I just moved to the Netherlands. And once in a while, I go back to Argentina to visit the family and to spend some good time over there and to have nice hikes. I love to hike, and over there in Patagonia, in Argentina, there are some beautiful places. It's not so crowded as Europe. And well, that gives me also a nice opportunity to think about other things, including pixel art. So, pixel art, I find it, I found it from day one when I started with computer very interesting. So I will tell my story about how I started with the pixel art, and that's when I was very young. So you can deduct my age based on the things that I will tell you.
oh my goodness, I love it. And I gotta say, hey, I just want to put my arms around you and hug you and say, I am so excited by your voice. I feel like I'm going to get the fullness of Tony. So let us just take us on a journey. Tell us,
Yeah.
who is Tony? How did you get started in art? What is your process?
Yeah.
How did you come to crypto? Why Bitcoin? Why stamps? Take us on the fullness of who you are. I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to go grab my water and I'm going to start sipping because
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. Like your art is so incredible, and
Oh,
you
thank
got to
you.
Tony. That's why you're here. Come on, give us a break. Give us a break.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then you can also, walk us into why Kiss, love Kiss. Okay,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
that. But let's go back
Nice.
to where you were. I believe where were we? Were we on a journey? Were we walking somewhere? Bring us back, Tony.
Yeah. Well, I was mentioning how I started with the pixel art. So when I was young, I got my first computer, and that computer was a Texas Instrument computer TI 994A. So that name, although it's complex, is just stamped in my head because I love that computer. And at that time, the only way to do some graphic was based on what is still called sprites, and that's basically as well pixel art. So it was just to define very basic shapes, and that means that it's a person or it's an object. And since that time, I was extremely busy drawing with pixels. Then, well, I move on to other more complex ways of doing some graphs. Of course, in the middle, you had other computers like Commodore 64, then the Max or Amiga. I even draw a lot with Amiga computer, and at that time, vector was not very common, and almost everything was pixel based. Then came a time that I got some. I have two girls, so I didn't have the time. I have to pay attention to other things than computers for. But now they are in an age that they left home, so I have more time, and I started digging again, and I was very interested in NFTs. So I started, I think, 2, 3 years ago. Yes, and the first things that I did was in the thesis blockchain. So I created some stuff to try how it works, and so it was hype already, and everybody was talking about. I didn't understand much about all the technical things behind. So the best thing to do always is to start trying. Then somehow, after I don't know a year or so, ordinals became very popular, and I got my first thing with Bitcoin, because at that time, I was not doing anything, even buying crypto or things like that. I think the only thing that I did was to buy some thesis in order to mint NFTs. And well, in the ordinals, I started over there. I bought for the first time Bitcoin, so I don't have too much time in crypto, let's say. And then somehow via Twitter, that time I believe, I saw something related to SRC's 20s in stamps. And yeah, I was, let's say, very curious, because mainly everything over there was, especially in stamps, was based on pixel art. I said, okay, and that brought me back. I mean, all those kids' memories back. I said, oh, okay, that's something interesting to do. I'm not very handy with Photoshop or all these tools. I said, well, pixel art is something that I can do, and I really got engaged with the work from Viva Lavando. I mean, I find his work amazing, all the memes, and yeah, and that's the way that it started. And I started with a very, very simple stamp, and I think everybody did the same. When you start taking a look how the things work. The only thing that I have in my mind about the first experience, and let's say maintenance stamp, that was a very small and very expensive, because at that time I didn't know that you can remove colors, that you have those tools. I think it's a stamp of 15 by 15 pixel, but I mean, cost me a lot of money, because I was very big in kilobytes. But those are the things that you learn with the time, and that's really what I like. And of course, at that time also I joined the Telegram channel or group, and that was nice because well, that's still nice, by the way, because you get a lot of help all the time from all the team members, or let's say the community members. So how it started was interesting in the sense that I didn't know anything how things work. Still, I don't know. To me, it's a little bit of a magic. I'm trying to dig more in the technique behind, but I see that I need a lot of time to understand everything. But little by little, day by day, you learn a lot. There are a lot of knowledgeable people, and they spread news and information, and I learn from them. So that's actually how I started. Let's say with stamps. I can continue, or you have some specific
Amazing.
question?
No, listen, Tony,
Yeah.
come closer. I am falling into your voice. I
Oh,
actually I actually went
I'm
into
married.
Like, Tony, I can still fall into your voice. I fall into all the voices. Are you kidding me? Every time a
Hmm.
voice gets on here, I just imagine that they're there to pull me in and tell me a story. So I want more. Just please continue. Tell us more about your process.
Okay.
You, yeah, and just if you get inspiration from your family, and yes, I'm happy you're married, Tony. That is very awesome. But I'm falling into your voice. The artist just has there's richness to everybody's story. Okay,
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah.
story. But what makes you tick? What makes you create what you do? And tell us more about your creations and what you like to create because you have a style. Tony, you do have a style of art that you do that I absolutely love. So tell us more about that. Go in
Oh,
any direction, sir.
yeah, sure. Well, I think with the time you develop a style, I mean, without noticing you developed, I mean, what you see, I still personally don't see it. But I can imagine that there's a range of colors or a style that I'm following that comes natural always. But I I recall that I mean the big jump that I did was with the first intention to build a card or a meme card that was based on bald. So
Bald. Okay, I've heard about this bald before. Okay.
yeah, let me check. I'm not sure if I'm creating some noise or somebody else. Uh,
Maybe if you've asked to be a speaker right now, and if you're not Tony, if you could just mute your mic just for a second, just
okay.
so that there'll be no noise. Continue on. So you
Yeah.
were doing some stuff with bald. Tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about that, and then move into that, please.
Yeah, well, I really liked I mean, the first stamp that was there, and I found it very funny and simple. And in a way to extend it, I create a series of cards that is called Bald's Friends. And well, I was trying to figure out which and characters will be nice to place it over there and put in some text and some things that could be for someone funny. So yeah, that took me a lot of time and effort, and but I really like the process because I mean the way that I created them was okay, taking a look to the trends on Twitter, what's going on. This was this with FTX that happened. Well, then I mean there are other personalities that they came in waves as a trend, and I tried to incorporate it in the collection. And well, I'm really happy with that collection, and actually, I decided to close it for the time being. So I think there are 10 plus an additional one that serves as a presentation. And well, those 10s will remain there. And well, Bald always find it very funny. So I'm creating. I mean, I started this week creating one. I'm still needs to finish it, and I hope that this weekend I will have enough time to publish it. So that will be the next one. And everything is about the meme, and I really like the memes. I think the
Mhm.
meme says a lot with few things, and that's the beauty. And you can apply it to many things. And yeah, beside of the belt, I have some other memes. which reflect the situation, things like that. And yeah, that's a little bit. My inspiration comes from other artists as well. I created one, including the "I hate to think" meme or text that I really love. I think it's the best text ever. I hate to think, because one of the three words that I gave you, uh, I was in doubt, and the four came as "I'm lazy." Sometimes
Oh,
I'm very lazy,
no.
but I was like, well,
You're
I want to put
curious,
it.
you're adventurous, you're resilient, and don't you dare tell me you're lazy.
Yeah,
Do not
you
believe
can
it.
be resilient and still lazy. Yeah.
No. Come on, Jody.
Yeah, yeah. But that's the reason why I love that stamp. I hate the thing, and the other one is the God hates stamps. I mean, those two. I mean, are priceless for me. So those are very nice stamps that really have brings a smile to my face every time that I see them. So I really like them. So in one of the stamp that I create with Pepe, I added the high hate to think. Of course, I ask permission to the original artist, and well, he was glad that I was taking part of that stamp in my stamp. And I think also that's very nice in our communities of what we how we help each other, how we share things, and I mean, it's very pure and honest, I would say, compared with other groups or communities in other areas. So I really appreciate that, and I think that's the reason why I also uh, I just I'm there all the time and trying also to help in certain ways. So yeah, moving a little bit out of, let's say, the pixel art or the stamps. The other thing that I wanted to contribute was with some created some guidelines and documents. I found it very difficult at the beginning how to create, how to do things. I had no experience with the wallets and those sort of things, and it was a mess. So I decided, hey, I think I'm not the only one, and if we want more people engage into stamps, we need to have some documentation for the things that everybody knows or the people with certain experience know, but for the new one is a huge step. So I create some documents. I put it on a Medium, and well, I share it. And well, there were a lot of good reactions. And yeah, the problem is technology moves so fast that also those documents becomes a little bit obsolete at a given moment. But nevertheless, there are a few ones that will remain and will be helping somebody, and just to start with stamps. The other thing that really like, let's say, is the multicultural thing that we have in our community. You see influence from all the continents, and I really like that. Is a way of seeing different views from the same piece of technology, and how they make use, or how we make use of this in order to realize a stamp or a coin, or let's say an ARC-20. And I like that, that it's not monotone. So you have different things or different artists with different influences. And of course, one of my favorite is Lou from Mexico. She has a very colorful stamps, And then you have those one very sharp and very nice from Morty. I think he's in the call as well. So I really see a lot of beautiful things every time that I explore, let's say, or I scroll Stamp Ninja or Stamp Verse or Stamp Chain. And it's beautiful to see all these art that has been created so far. And just thinking about that, we reached 1 million, okay, stamps, or let's say, that's great. I mean, it's, it's a lot, and I think still we have the chance to one day become extremely important in the world of Bitcoin. We are, but we are not so massive at the moment if you compare it with we others. But I mean, people needs to realize what is the value, and you never know when it will happen. And it's just a thing that you have to believe. And over there goes my resilience. I believe in this. My resilience is on belief and building and creating, mainly in stamps, and help and try to get these things more every day more popular and more accessible to everybody. So that's a little bit the my story. And well, I'm open for questions from you or from any of the present in the space.
Thank you so much. You know what I just did as you were speaking? By the way, I want to thank the Bitcoin 8, and I know he more than likely has some questions. He should get up here. Let me acknowledge some folks, but I got to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I see Rena Mora. Ooh. Hello, sir. Very nice. But let me ask you a question. Yes, yes. Bitcoin 8 will ask a question. I just went over to Stamp Ninja and I put bald in the search bar. So I want you to maybe just talk a little bit more about that, right?
Okay.
The ball. So I am looking at stamp. May I say the numbers or do I have to describe the stamp?
You can mention the number of the stamp on the top right, and that will be enough.
Okay. I don't know if it's on the top right here, but listen, I see stamp 73808. This is the bald collection. I'm just fascinated
Yeah,
by
yeah.
this collection. And it says get rugged and bald. With bald. Get rugged with bald. Can you talk us through that? And that's based. I think I know what that one's about. And
No, I don't think that's
what is
mine.
okay, okay. Where are you here? Because I'm putting bald here. Can you tell me the number that you were at?
Okay. What you can do is if you enter the stamp number, and that is, let's say, the first one that I created is seven four
Okay, seven
five
four.
five eight seven.
I like the whole thing. Okay, yes. Okay, good, good.
Yeah,
Okay, I was coming to her too. Is this the queen bee?
yeah,
Bald's girlfriend. Okay, so she was in the list too. So first of all, tell me about the whole bald thing and how that got started and who's involved in that. And then walk me through this one because I find there's a couple of things that I like of yours. I like the bald and I really like the kiss stuff. And if you can talk about the kiss, that
of
would be
course.
great.
Yes.
Okay. 'Cause I like the Simmons. I really do. Does anybody even know what I'm talking about? Tony, take it away. I'm
Okay. Let's
yes.
start. Let's start first with the kiss. So we change a bit the topic. So the kiss stamp, and well, I create first one based on pixels, and I saw a lot of people at that moment creating SVGs, and I had no experience with that. I said, well, I want to try that. And at the same time, I was busy with other community members doing the stamp rock. So we create the stamp rock fam in the family. So there are a lot of collections over there related to stamp rock, in at least in I believe in Stamp Ninja. And well, that was my first try with SVGs. And well, why kids? Well, I like it. That's number one. I'm not a huge fan, but I like it a lot. But I was attracted to the colors because, well, everybody knows the constraints that we have with stamps. And this is was even before Olga, where we were. After that, we were capable of storing more information. So I needed to think about something catchy, something with a few colors, and that resemble at the end a stamp rock. So I came up with this, and I don't know why. Yeah, because I was taking a look some old magazines, rock magazines that I collected when I was young. And well, in one of those, there was a poster of Kiss. So I said, "Ah, okay, look, black, white, and red. Perfect." Yeah, indeed.
Punch of color, right?
Yeah,
Contrast.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So I thought, okay, and I didn't see much about things related to music. I said, well, I will try this, and from here I can make a collection based on the four members of the band. So I tried to reproduce that in a way that everybody know who is who in the stamp. And well, I think those were part of the one of the Stambrook collections. And the first one that I created became my PFP because I really like it. And well, it's a very strong image and it's very catchy. So when I react, I think everybody knows that it's me. And yeah, that's the first SVG and SVG collection that I created. And based on that experience, I also wrote a document is about how to create SVGs and the whole process to publish it in one of the platforms, how to reduce the size, and those small things that I mean, everybody that is sometime involved in stamp, they know what to do. So that's a bit the story of the case and the stamp rocks. And yeah, I really like it. And yeah, since I like it a lot, I put it in other blockchains as well. And but yeah, mainly is in Bitcoin, in the Bitcoin blockchain. Going back to the belt and specifically the Queen Bee, well, everybody knows that, I mean, Caroline Ellison was girlfriend of the Sam Backman Fried, the
FTX.
FTX. That was a peculiar guy and girl. And well, about Balt, I think Balt in itself, and I didn't create it, so I took the theme. And Balt in reality is the guy, the CEO from Coinbase, Armstrong, I believe. I don't recall.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so everything goes around that guy and the base or the base coin that they launch, and well, it's a nice stamp, and I wanted to build around that because it was a moment that we were making a lot of jokes, and I said, well, this is a good opportunity to do something related to that, and well, in this one. The Queen Bee is Miss Ellison, of course. Uh, and well, what they did is they stole a lot of money, as you know.
Yeah.
They were giving away money from customers. So they will a sort of people that, well, they didn't care about the others, and I said, well, let's make something about it. So in the whole collection is about some or celebrities, let's put it in that way, or very known person that will lose some hair, and this is the case for this lady. And well, she likes the money, and she's a thief, and that's the reason why there's the gun. And of course, she was catching whales, and well, I mean, she with his boyfriend took a lot of money from people with a lot of coins. So that's the reason why. And if you can take a look, I mean, there is a frame that remains in all the stamps. And well, then there are different persons through the collection. And yes, and the Queen Bee, and to me, is the most interesting one because although it has the number two, was the first one that I created. Uh,
Oh, okay.
so that's the story about, yeah, the keys, Tamrocks, and the ball collection, and yeah,
Okay, and listen, if you're here and you have the ability to go to stamped.ninja right now and put in the search bar Tony.
yeah.
And if you put in the search bar Tony, what will populate is all of Tony's art. And I'm going to ask a couple questions about some of the art because I have a really fun story for Tony in just a second.
Oh,
But really cool here. Um, there's a nice collection. We also see that you like to do political leaders.
oh yeah,
Can you talk about that? Because here's the fun story. There was a guy here that used to come on the show every now and then. Loud Packs, if you ever hear this, he's out in Las Vegas and he runs the pot shop. Let's just say that he runs the pot shop, and
yeah.
he came in here and quite interested in stamps, and was asking us about stamps. He bought his first stamp. He
Okay.
bought his first stamp ever, and guess what? It was one of yours.
Oh, really? Oh,
It was
nice.
yours, yeah. So that was pretty cool. I think it was the King Jong Il. Can you tell us about the world leaders? Because I see
Yeah,
that
of course, of course.
you've
Yeah,
got you've got several world leaders here. What is your inspiration on that? And give us the stamp number, and we'll see if we can post it. But and then start from there because there's too many questions that I
yeah,
have in my body right now, and I
yeah,
I got
of
to
course.
I got ADD here.
All right. Well, the first one that I created, I give you the number is 109903, and that is Milei from Argentina. Well, as I mentioned, I'm from Argentina, and well, at that moment, he made a presidential campaign with a chainsaw. I said, okay, that's a good thing to reflect it in a stamp. So that was actually the first thing that I created. I mean, the name of the collection came later because I just created that one. And then I said, well, we have this guy also in El Salvador who is pro Bitcoin, and also, I mean, is quite named in Twitter and so on. I said, well, I will create something. I said, well, I will keep the dimensions and the style as the first one. And well, so I developed the second, and still I didn't have a name for the collection. So I have somewhere in Ninjas over there a sort of collection called Solitarios, that is lonelies in English, where I put single stamps that still cannot fit in a collection. Let's put it in that way. And then came, well, the Trump, and was at the moment that he was shot. So his year, so that reflects the other one, the other stamp with Mr. Trump. Then, well, so well, since I'm busy with this, and I will create the next one, and I think, well, I need to find somebody that, I mean, also that is well known. And since you are doing pixel art and you don't have too many space to put all the details, so needs to be something that, although is basic, you know who it is. So and that works mainly with the people that are extremely famous, that everybody with a few things they recognize who's that person. So I was taking a look what is interesting, and well, we have Kim Jong Un. That was the next one, and sometimes I add a sort of funny thing, just to, uh, I mean, for those people that maybe don't realize, and put a sort of hint saying who is that guy. So that one I created, and the interesting thing about that was the first time that I published in Fire, this website, um,
Fireman's?
Firemint. Yeah, exactly. So was the first time where I published something over there, and Firemint. Let me check how they call it, because I didn't pay attention lately, that you can bind. That was the word. And yeah, it was a different way of doing, let's say, the dispensers. Uh, in my opinion, I'm just talking. I'm not sure if it works in the same way, but okay, it's the way that I see it. So that was interesting because it was the first time that I published over there to see. I mean, just I'm very curious as well when a new platform is launched, that I would like to have something over there just to populate, to help, and to see somebody's also interested. And so it's in both ways that I'll try to work. And yeah, that was nice. Was a little bit tricky. So I was in contact as well with the developer of that site, and because I had some issues, but everything works fine at the end. So yeah. Um, then what I did was the Chinese Xi Jinping. And over there, I made a beautiful mistake that, well, somehow I was trying a platform, and I put a number because usually I create 21, but well, at the end was one, so it's one of one, and that one I gave it to Reina Mora. So it's the only one that has that one. And well, we were discussing a couple of things about stampchain.io, and well, then I gave it to him, and so he's the only one having that one. I was considering making a second version. Maybe I will do it, but the moment I find it also interesting that, I mean, there is a stamp with one with just one stamp on it. And the
Okay, so
label, sorry.
each stamp you generally make 21, is that what I'm hearing correctly?
Yeah, yeah, usually yes. The first one I didn't know, and well, I create some with the 300. I mean, when you're starting, you don't know exactly what you want to do, and now my standard is 21, as somebody else is 69, or somebody else is 4. I don't know. It's more a ludic thing rather than a very thought number, let's say. Um, yeah, 21. I think it's a nice number, and yeah,
I love
and
21.
yeah.
Love 21. No, that's really cool. So, listen, you mentioned a couple of other sites, and right now I'm at Stamp Ninja. So, obviously, if you go to Ninja, you put in Tony, lots of your artwork populates. You mentioned Fireman's. How about the universe? What do you have? Do you have some of your, have you posted anything or listed anything over at the universe? We'd love that. I see some of your stuff, and your stuff's been, but it must be, secondhand sales here.
I don't think. I think it is the only thing is I still didn't investigate much about this universe side. So it's my problem, and I need to figure out. I mean, I didn't have the chance to go through all the things. Um, Mainly, one the issue that I have is I have everything based. I mean, it's very stupid as well what I do, and I will not recommend. I have almost everything in one classic Bitcoin address, and that's not so. Let's say doesn't work fine when you have it in Unisat wallet or those sort of wallets. So actually, I need to move to the other BC1Q addresses, but yeah, it's a lot of things, and yeah, I need to check, and that's mainly the issue that I have. Is I have an additional address somewhere with, I think is with the one of the little leaders of the world, but yeah, that's something that need to figure out and document for somebody else that wants to do it. So it's like moving from my free wallet address to, I don't know, as something else that is easily to I don't know, to import the private keys to Unisat or the Universe, what is the name? Universal Wallet or any other. But yeah, I need some time for that. And yeah,
Oh,
I would love to use the Universe Wallet. I mean, I have no preference. It's just what is handy, and things just grew up like that. But
oh,
yeah.
absolutely. And here's the thing: stamp is stamp, and we want to highlight the artists.
Mm-hmm.
We want to let people know where they can get the art, and then obviously, we'd like to get some of that art onto the universe so that as the universe builds, there'll be people coming here and they'll want access to those
Okay.
stamp. Stamp is so powerful and so important, and you kind of went into it. Why is it important for you as an artist to have your work specifically on stamp as opposed to say, because I mean, you're very talented. As opposed to maybe having it on ordinals, is there a reason, or is it just, hey, this is where I started, or what's the preference?
Well, the preference is, I mean, I made a given moment a decision that I really will go mainly into stamps because it's on chain. And for me, that's very unique. So, yes, you have your limitation, like I mean, uh, everything that you do, you have limitations. Even, I mean, if you have a canvas, you have the limitation that is a canvas if you paint, let's say, in the traditional way. And yeah, here is, well, I feel very comfortable, let's say, with pixel art. Yeah, I've tried SVG and I will continue doing that. But I really like that. I mean, when you go into more details, you have to pay more. Like, I mean, it's it's a challenge. Is how to optimize your art in a way that you say, okay, this is too big. I mean, if I could do 1,000 by 1,000, I'm not sure what I can draw over there based on pixels. But having this constraint then is, let's say, something that has to, for me, and beginning and an end is not a huge canvas that you need to do something. And well, as I said, the most important thing is stored in the Bitcoin blockchain, and nobody can remove it. So I mean, that's the most important thing. And the fact that some people don't like that, yeah, make it more interesting as well.
Oh, that part of you, Tony.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, those are the things that made me, let's say, move uh, almost completely to Bitcoin stamps, because I'm doing for other blockchains, but yeah, it's just for fun and nothing. Um, so I don't spend too much time in the other ones, mainly in uh, in stumps. So
So if we want to learn more about your artwork and everything that you're doing in the art space, where would we go? I mean, I mentioned some of the places. Can you like how would we support you as an artist? Can you tell us like how can we get your works and follow what you're doing and the next thing you're working on? So where would we go?
yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to become more and more active in Twitter. So not only in the things that I finish, but maybe the things that uh, I'm studying or I'm working on. So I'm considering that. Um, I'm involved in several projects, and I think almost everybody knows. One is the Stamp Rocks, and over there, well, we have very nice collections from different artists. I'm over there helping with the administration and basic things like the Telegram, which at the moment is not very active. And yes, yes, but the good times will come back, so no worries. And the of course the Twitter account, and also with the Pixel Labs. That's another community member. We created together the cocoons, and well, I help him with I mean, he's mainly the artist, and I help him with the details, creating a white paper and those sort of things that we found interesting to do. And yeah, that's I mean, I'm in Telegram in the Bitcoin stamp group, and yeah, in Twitter, and recently I created an Instagram account as well, where I publish a couple of things. Maybe one thing that I would like to say is that in June And there's a very nice conference in Portugal that is the NFC Summit. And I will be there. I think Mike also will be there because he's a speaker. So he's somebody who is now here in the space. Going as well to Portugal, to Lisbon. For sure, we will meet in real life, and that will be very nice. Um, and yeah, I hope that I mentioned all the things that I thought were could be interesting for everybody. And yeah, let's see.
Wow, this is really excellent. I wanna thank you, and I mean, I selfishly just wanna keep you to myself here, but I must open up, questions here. Everybody has the opportunity to unmute their mics, so if you have a question for Tony, please come aboard and, ask that question, okay? And remember, Tony's married, so don't lean in like I did, okay?
Ah, don't take it
Ah,
though.
I leaned in so hard. It's like, excuse me, I'm married, okay? Hey, Tony, I do a lot of leaning in, okay? But this is your first time meeting me, so there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. I need to
Got
put the let's say the limit somewhere, you know.
exactly, exactly. Because I mean, with this voice over here, my goodness,
Yeah.
let me tell you. Okay, so hey, the Bitcoin ape, sir, do you have a question? And thank you for all you're doing. I know you're the one with the applause and all of that. I know it is you, sir. You are quite amazing. Uh, unmute yourself, monsieur.
Hey, GMGM, what's up?
GRGR.
Oh, to the art. What a great space with Tony.
Yes.
Hey, Tony. The first time
Hello,
I
hey,
hear your
hi.
voice.
Yeah,
Great. Sounds great, since we was, looking forward to, hear your voice and, that's great. And, great job what you are
exactly,
doing. All the respect
exactly.
for all you do for stamps, all the hard you do.
Yeah. No, indeed, it's. I mean, everything goes, let's say, via text, and it's a nice, yeah, to see or to hear the voice of somebody else, and that was also the reason why I say, okay, I will be in Lisbon, and maybe if somebody's going there, it will be great to meet us
Did we
because,
did
uh,
we lose somebody
yeah,
here?
It's
yeah.
cool.
So
And tell us how we can help you, to promote your art, of course, to Twitter, Telegram, but how the
yeah,
community of stamps could help you. The SS20 as well. I know that now HFPP, you can
yeah,
buy stamp, you can buy the, art through stamp and Kevin token. So tell us
yeah.
how we can help you.
Yeah, well, let's say, I mean, I will appreciate this. I mean, things are. I mean, when I post that there are some interaction, I think everybody in the community is doing that, and just to give visibility to each other's work. So yeah, that's to me the most important thing, that we support each other and that we see all the efforts that we are doing just to make this space bigger. And well, the best way of doing that is just supporting, making comments of post of somebody, taking a look, mentioning the work, and well, and I think the most important that we need to do is to attract new people to the space. And yeah, the only way that we can do that is just spreading the word and helping each other, let's say, resharing or sharing what we are doing. I think, let's say, well, mainly I'm in Twitter and in the Telegram group over there. And yeah, I think everybody's trying to do the best for in sharing, creating sites, indexing stuff. So we have the Nakamoto stamp index, which is great. And yeah, and we are promoting over there. I saw that some community members submitted work for people, and they were selected. So that's also a great thing. So those things that happen, we need to cheer it up for the artists, and well, are important steps that we can make, and yeah, trying to apply to any, let's say, gallery that is asking for art to be shown. So those sort of things, we need to be more active. I know that sometimes, yeah, you don't know who is really asking, but I mean, just give it a try or make a research to see the background a little bit. But it's nice that we have some stamps in all those galleries and collections that will help everybody. I think once we put a finger somewhere, then we can put the whole hand, and finally we can be completely on that side. So yeah, personally, I don't have any specific request. It's more help each other. We are a community. We need to help each other, be supportive, and that's it. I'm part of the community, so I will get that as I do it as well. So that's mainly, uh, yeah, my answer to your question.
Yeah, great answer, Tony. Yes, indeed. And of course, for if stamps and SAS 20 community has listened to us, always supporting the artist, but they were the first on the protocol, and
Hmm.
and we need to add them and to promote them, and of course,
Yeah,
when the artists, stamp artists, are winning, everybody's winning, all the
yeah,
community. So bigger for you, Tony, and of course for all the community, everyone is there and always
yeah,
there to support. And if you need any help, you are here as well.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm very. I mean, I must say that I'm very amazed about you guys, all part of the community. I mean, it's an easygoing, very honest, and it's serious stuff. I mean, if I compare it with the other ones that I was in the past, I mean, that was terrible. And I think, I mean, in that sense, I really appreciate in the way that this community is growing. Is very organic as well. So we are not pushing in a fake way to be bigger than we are. And it's just a matter of building, believing, and make it bigger. And well, the rest will just come. That's what I think about it.
Definitely, indeed, So it's a great community, and of course, we are so early on, with Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin art on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So that only magic will happen from now and also from the future for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed.
Julian was froze again on X space. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
To the art, I don't know if.
What? Well, people, listen, I could keep Tony here forever, but I mean, I just want to thank you so much, sir, for giving of your time. I'm a fan of your work, sir. I
Oh, thank
really
you.
am, and I like I said, literally on the space. I just went and I found it. It was stamp number 775254, the King Jong Il stamp.
Yeah.
That's the one that Loudpacks picked up.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, somebody had posted it on the universe. And obviously, Tony, I'm just going to be straightforward here. I want to see some of your work on the universe, but think about it.
I
Reach out
will.
to HNFT Pepe
Yeah.
because he he's a big supporter over here, and he's posted some of his work
Oh,
because I
nice.
like to see it's nice when the artists can get direct compensation.
Mm-hmm.
That sale was a secondhand sale.
Okay.
Okay, that was a secondhand sale. Someone had posted it, and he picked it up. He really I mean, it was fun because we were doing the show, and he's like, I just bought my first stamp, and we're like, what? He's like, yeah, I bought the King Jong Il, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, so
Oh,
it
nice.
was a lot of but yeah, that's some of your work, and I want to point out again, if you want to see Tony's work, go over to stamped.ninja, and in the search bar put Tony. Once you put Tony, all of Tony's stamps will populate. And I think I see a baller here. I think I see a baller. Do I see a baller here, Tony?
Let me check.
Is that who I think it is?
Uh, what do you mean? Sorry.
The soccer player?
Oh yeah, I have one. Yeah, it's Mr. Messi. It's well.
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
Mr. Messick, because
Yeah.
I just finished. Listen, Tony, I'm a big. I don't know. I watch Netflix a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
I do. I don't watch the scripted stuff, but I
Mm-hmm.
watch the documentaries. So I just watched Mr. Messi at the 2022 the World Cup, and was that 2022? Was that the
Yeah. Yeah.
last one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And just his journey, and oh my God, what an incredible ride! And
Yeah.
so I looked at your stamps. I'm like, is that
Yeah.
that? It's Mr. Messi, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, exactly. Yes, yes. Well, I think that was also the motivation. I think even the text in Spanish is something that he said at the end of one of the matches in the World Cup. So yeah, it was it's a stamp about a very known person from Argentina. Yes.
Yes, and Argentinians take soccer very seriously, like
Yeah, yeah,
very
yes, of course.
there were people that basically they sold very valuable items just so that they could be at the match, so just so that they could be somewhere close to this wonderful moment,
Yeah,
and that really lifted the spirits of the whole entire nation.
yeah,
I In North America, they don't get it. They do not get it.
yeah,
Soccer is so important. So when I saw that, I'm like, that is stamp number 74770,
yeah.
and it is Messi. So could you say what it's saying here on the stamp? Could you say that it's Clara?
Yeah, it's a what are you looking at, stupid? Something like that. That was something that he said to another a Dutch player. That's the reason why. Because well, that was a very important match in the World Cup. Was Argentina against the Netherlands? As I said, I'm living in the Netherlands. My wife is Dutch, so we were
Oh
watching
no!
that game together, and there was already some issues before starting. I mean, they were talking a lot between the players, and it became a
And the
little bit
coach.
aggressive. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm the coach. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, finally, I mean, he was doing a press conference, I believe, and came one of the Dutch players to say something to him, and he shouted to the Dutch player that thing, "Que mira, bobo, anda pa allá." It's a very it's a very Argentinian expression that translates into now what you're looking at, stupid, go away. Uh, and well, I just wanted to have as a stamp.
Oh yeah. No. That's it's you know what? I just thought that that was really cool because I think I think the controversy was with Van Gaal, who had made a critical remark
Exactly. Yeah.
Messi's style of play
Yeah.
and his contributions to the ball. Listen, let me tell you, Messi is an amazing individual. Okay. I don't care what team you're with. He's an amazing individual. He puts his heart and soul into that. He won that. Okay. I know this is a stamp space, but that stamp got me riled up. Nobody go and buy that. Okay. Leave that one for me. Why? Listen, he won that for Argentina.
Yeah.
Okay. He won that for Argentina. He didn't win it for himself. Yes, it's a nice ending to his career, but he won that for his country and he so deserved it. And I loved it. And you know what? I know it's terrible, but like he went up to the coach and he puts his hand behind his ears. Oh, and my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that riled the coach up. He was like, "Urgh." But hey, the Dutch are great too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Of
know
course.
your wife is Dutch. If she's listening to this. The Dutch are great too. They have fantastic players. You guys were great. You can come back. Hey, you 2026 is just around the corner. You
Yeah.
can come.
Exactly. In America, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely across North America.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're in the United States, if you're in Canada, and if you're in Mexico, guess what? You're going to be able to attend the games of the World Cup. Obviously, the highlight will be in the United States of America,
Yeah.
but you can plan your vacations accordingly because the World Cup is such a big deal. It is such a big deal, people. So when I saw that stamp, I got really excited. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
bigger. It's bigger than hockey. Okay, sorry, Canada. I see Sadie out there. I think Sadie's out there. I think her daughter Carly's out there. I know you guys love hockey, eh? Hockey is very big in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. And in America, I know it's the Super Bowl. I get it. Football is big, but soccer is the whole entire world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Messe is a big deal. So if you want to go and take a look at, go to stamped.ninja and then go and put Tony in the search bar and go and look up stamp 74770. Then you can see that wonderful Messe stamp. Really, really cool. Listen, I'm always hyped. I don't know why, but I really feel excited about Stamp. I feel excited about the community, and I feel excited about the future. I know we're having a lot of fun, but I actually take Stamp very seriously. And the reason I take it so serious is because it's on Bitcoin. It's on the mother chain, the God chain.
Hmm.
And I don't think that we understand the power and the amount of energy that is coming towards Bitcoin. And I think that once the energy rises, people always, once they make their whatever, their wealth in the tokens and stuff, the money trickles into the art. The money trickles into the art. And for me, Stamp having that immutability is so key when you are doing art. And like you said, you chose this chain for a reason. And the chain allows you to have forever art. It is the immutable data storage protocol. And just imagine there are artists taking their time to dive into compressionism because it's a challenge to have your creativity under file constraints. So that in itself is another layer of creativity and rarity. And so as a collector, it attracts me even more. And I know that for many collectors, stamp is like fine art. Stamp is like fine art. So I believe that this is going to be a serious thing. Many people are having fun with it, but I think it's going to be very serious. And they're going to be serious collectors that come in here. Like today, you're able to pick stamps up for nominal fees. Okay. In fact, someone said, it was our artist last week, said that they're able to stamp today, but as the price of Bitcoin goes up, things do get, they do tend to increase in price. They do tend
Yeah.
to increase in price. So, how long can these artists continue to create art on stamps? So, please consider that when you're collecting these things, that the artists also have constraints too. And you said yes. Why did you just you punched in and you said yes to that?
Because indeed it's true. I mean, and this will become. I believe that at a given moment, if the price of Bitcoin will raise, as they say, it will become very expensive. to have a stamp in the blockchain. And well, that will make it very special because the amount of stamps will not increase anymore, or will not be so easy or reachable. So everything that you have over there, yeah, I mean, you already stamp it on the blockchain, and yeah, and it will be a sort of situation where the demand will start increasing, and there is a specific number of stamps. Let's say, of course, we don't have 1 million art stamps, but let's say there are 300K or 100K, and they will become very popular among the people that want something special, because that's the point about stamps. It's a very special thing. Number one is the blockchain where we store the stamps, and number two, that cannot be removed. So once that you have it over there, nobody can take it away. So it will stay over there forever. Doesn't matter what. And well, if the numbers or it will be more difficult or more expensive to stamp, and then well, that will make this art and this let's say things that we have within the Bitcoin blockchain very attractive and very special. And well, everybody's looking always for something special, and well, that will be our moment, I believe.
I couldn't agree more with you. I think that this is one can call it a game of patience.
Yeah.
It's like, fine wine. There is a culture to everything, and I find the culture in Stamp is as you explained it. It's very supportive, it's very organic, and there's no pressure. It's You come in as you are and you experience it the way that you choose, and there's no coordinated group, let's say, other than there are support pockets that support each other, like you were talking about, in the different projects and stuff.
Hmm.
But you can come and experience Stamp as you want to experience it.
Yeah.
And so I also believe that, like the Bitcoin Ape asked, like, how do we support you as artists? Because it is important that we also share the art and the artists and their message with others, so that other people can come in and see, like, why is this so great? Because I personally wouldn't have been here unless someone shared it with me, and I was brought in on the SRC20 side. Okay, but once you come in through whatever angle you come in, and you're here on Bitcoin,
Hmm.
then you get to experience it and learn more about it. So I originally came in because of Chico Crypto, and he was just talking about, oh, there's this new thing on Bitcoin. There's like tokens on Bitcoin, right? And
Yeah.
so he said, Stamp, Kevin, and that's why I came in. And then I started to learn about the art, and I just kind of laid back and was like, okay, what's going on in the art? And over time I saw, oh, okay, this is like a real community. These artists are very serious, and this is like their passion. Like, is art for you something that you do full time or hobby, or what is art for you? Because it's different for every artist, right?
Yeah, no, I'm doing this as a hobby, and I really like it. But no, I'm not a full time artist, and at the moment, I'm not pretending that as well. Maybe when I'm retired, but at the moment, yeah, it's to me something that I have as a hobby, and maybe one day could be more than that. So I do it in my free time, And yeah, and thank you very much. And I would like to say something about the person that is listening, and that is Simon. That I would like to say thank you for animating one of my stamps in the Telegram. I don't know how they, according to me, I don't know how, but I suppose it's something related to AI. But I found it very funny, and it's a stamp from Coco, the crocodile, riding a Vespa motorbike in Italy. So thank you very much. I see that you are over there, so thank you very much for being there.
Is that stamp 378450?
Oh, let me check. I think I will go to Tony. Mm-mm-mm.
Again, if you're wondering where I'm looking at, people, I'm looking at Stamp Ninja. And then I went in the search bar and put Tony. And hey, I will plug the universe. We want to get Tony
Yeah,
inspired.
okay. Yeah,
So
it's the
374.
sorry.
Go ahead.
It's 74734. Yes.
Oh, 74. Okay, let me find that.
74734.
Oh, yes, I see it. Okay, cool. So he animated that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon is also an artist too, and we hope one day we can get Simon out here. Hey, folks, that's Simon Morris at SIMONDMORRIS. Also, go follow Simon too.
Yeah.
Simon, very, very great artist as well, and very thoughtful and supportive individual. Wow, wow. No, very cool. Anybody else have? Let's shout out some people here. Tony, what you've done today for us is quite awesome. Just bringing us through your process, how you got started, why Bitcoin and why stamps, and the work that you're doing. And it sounds like you're having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Um, it's a hobby, but it's something that you absolutely love. And like you said, when you retire, maybe you're going to go full time into it.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Yes, everything related to technology. I also like it. I mean, I'm struggling always with all the details, and that comes back the laziness a bit. But I try to. I mean, when I jumped into something, experience, try it, and then if I find interesting to um and just to dig into all the details. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Does anyone want to step up and ask Tony a question? And while you're thinking about that, please come up, do ask him a question. Let me shout out some people here. We got the Nakamoto stamp index here.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a follow. NSI directory. They're a stamp directory for indexing immutable, unprintable artwork, indexing artwork on the blockchain, one stamp at a time. Yes. Do I have a commercial voice? I can have any voice, by the way. I can listen. I love voices. Okay. We have Sadie. Yes, yes. We have I love those sound effects, by the way. We have Sadie Riggs here. You know what? She is a big supporter of Stamp. I can tell you. I've seen her. She puts her sats where her mouth is. Okay. They say you put your money where your mouth is. Sadie puts her stats where her mouth is. She actually supports Stamp in a big way. And guess what? Sadie is an ambassador, haha, for the universe. You can go ahead and follow at Sadie Riggs. And she loves GameStop. We've got Kevin. He's at BTC Stamp Soldier. At BTC Stamp Soldier, he is a stamp soldier. He doesn't rest, by the way. He's always supporting Stamp. And I tell you, he's got the smoke for the people in the ordinals. It's like, come on, easy now. He's from Argentina. We've got at Morty Len. Morty Len, just fantastic. He's a digital art alchemist, on-chain art, Bitcoin stamps. Oh my God, anarch humor, advocate, copper and acid. Listen, go and follow Morty. I think we're going to hear some more from him. Thank you, Carly Ray. She is absolutely a devoted listener of all of the spaces, and I see her. Thank you, Carly Ray. You deserve something wonderful, and maybe I'll send a stamp your way one day. Hey, you never know. I might be a Stampa Claus. Yeah, I could end up being a Stampa Claus. You never know. Okay, one day. Bitcoin Stamps official at Stamp Chain, the official account for the Stamp Chain, the creators of the Bitcoin Stamp and SRC20 protocol. Hey, go check out stampchain.io. We want to support Stamp in a big way. Oh my God. HNFT Pepe at HNFT Pepe, digital artist, Stamp. They're fake rare cocos. I like to say that, rare cocos. XCP Ords, go and take a look at his stuff at linktr.ee/HNFT Pepe. And let me just tell you something about HNFT Pepe. Very humble. He's an artist. He doesn't like people. He doesn't like glow ups. Okay. Doesn't like to be glowed up. But thank you, sir, for what you do. And by the way, his favorite tree is the palm tree. Thought I forgot that, eh? It's the palm tree. Simon, we gave a shout out to Simon. Thank you, Simon, for all that you do. For supporting Tony. Absolutely supporting Tony. And oh my goodness, we have by Lumbres. Oh my goodness, what if we could get Lumbres on here? Maybe. Stay tuned. Beautiful artwork. I see some of her stuff actually on the universe. Thank you for plugging and putting some of your stuff, your artwork on the universe. Hey, no BTC. I see you. No Bitcoin, no gain. I know that you're a big proponent of the token stamp SRC20. So that's a good thing. And listen, Tony has taken his time and he's given it to us. He is a lover of stamp, and you can see he's passionate about it. He's not pushing it. He's just enjoying it. That's what he does. He just enjoys it. I'm just amazed at how people put their whole time and energy into things, and they don't ask for anything. Because we asked Tony how we can support him, and he basically just said, "Enjoy your life, enjoy yourself." He never said, "Come buy my stamps." He never said that. Which I find very humble and kind. But please go and support him. Please go and support him and pick up a stamp. What if we all could pick up a stamp from Tony today? And what if Tony could start, putting some of his work over on the Bitcoin universe? Because that's what we want to see. We want to get more artists over here, and we want to give them time to highlight their stuff a bit. I know a lot in Bitcoin. They really, especially some of the other protocols, they huddle around their artists and they promote. And I don't think anybody in the stamp world is asking for that, but it's nice that when we can give them a little time to just share their information, because they don't want to shine, they just want to share. But I'd like to shine them up. That's what I do. Okay. Yeah, who else is out there that would like to come up? And Tony, again, let me just ask you three final questions, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were a vacation, what country would you be?
Well, that's a very easy. Is any country with mountains and snow. I love to ski. That's my favorite thing as the sport.
Pick a favorite spot and tell us why.
A favorite spot it will be Austria.
Ooh, why there? Why there?
Because I have very good friends over there, and when we go to ski, we have a great time. I mean, it's not just skiing, but it's spending time together and having great moments. While here in the Netherlands it's so gray and rainy, and then you are in the mountains skiing under the sun is great.
People, I'm gonna show you how the brain computer works in just a second, okay? So remember what Tony's saying here. Tony, if you were a holiday, what holiday would you be and why?
Sorry, again the question.
If you were a holiday, what is your favorite holiday and why?
Well, it will be. I love winter. I mean, mainly people doesn't like the winter, but I love winter. I love snow. Of course, not the whole day snowing, but after snowing, when it comes the sun, I find it the most beautiful thing, and especially in the mountains.
What is it that draws you to mountains? Specifically mountains.
Sorry, I couldn't hear due to the applause.
I know the wonderful, beautiful applause. There's so many people here. What draws you to the mountains?
Well, I grew up in a region in Argentina, that's the south of Argentina, Patagonia, which is mountains. And well, I love mountains. If I have to choose, I mean, that's always a discussion that I have at home. Is even in the summer when we go on holidays and we discuss, my wife, she wants to go to the beach. I said no, let's go to the mountains. So there's always a bit of discussion, where are we going. So we do 50 and 50, because I cannot stand the beach for more than a week. So yeah, the agreement is we do a little bit of both all the time.
Is there something specific about mountains that draws you in?
Yes, it's because depending where you are, I mean, it's a 3D things, a mountain. So it depends where you are. You see, and you have a completely different view. And although it's a mountain, if you see it from the front or from north or south, east or west, it's completely different. And yeah, I like that. It's not always the same, especially when you are driving or you are hiking. If you go up in the mountains, you will see that the mountain itself is completely different as you see it from, let's say, from the basement, from the base camp. So yeah, I like it because it's always a surprise. And if you need to conquer a mountain, you need a lot of effort, and I like that as well.
Wow, wow. This is exciting as I'm learning these things. And okay, so finally, what question have I not asked that you would like to just maybe share with us? Anything that I've missed that you'd like to say? Yes, and there's this that I'd like you to know.
Yes, there's, I mean, something that you didn't ask is what are you watching on Netflix, or what you are expecting to watch on Netflix?
What's that? What's that? What am I watching on
Now,
Netflix?
what I'm, let's say,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yes. What are I yes, I love that. What are you watching on Netflix right now?
Well, actually, I'm not watching anything. I'm waiting. I'm waiting until April 30th. That will come a very well. I think it will be very nice. I'm not sure. It's a science fiction series on Netflix called The Ethernaut. I create a stamp based on that. It's one of my latest one, and
Ooh.
actually is based on a comic from the year 50s in Argentina. And I grew up with that comic as well. And well, now it has been brought as a series in Netflix, and it will be available on April 30. And yeah, I would like to see it, to see, I mean, how went that process from the comic to put it in as a series in Netflix. So and based on that, well, that's another thing. I'm very curious, as I said, in different things. And I was wondering if I could create a podcast, and I did it. And it's everything based, it's everything made with AI, since the text until the voices, everything. I couldn't believe it that it was possible. So that was my challenge. Is that possible? And indeed, it is. And to me, it's like that's real magic. I cannot believe that you can do some prompts, then you have some tools, let's say, to create a script. And then you have two voices doing a sort of interview for a podcast, and sounds so natural. Of course, you notice some glitches, but I mean, it was great to do it. So yeah, that was one of the things that I created, and it's a podcast about the Ethernet. So for those people that are interested in science fiction and all the background about this series that is coming, well, I created that podcast. Actually, nobody's listening, but for me, it was more the technical challenge or the technological challenge that the content in itself. So, yeah, let's see. So, that's one of the things that I'm expecting to watch on Netflix soon. So, I have to wait for a week. So, April 30th. Are you still there? Or,
I think she was frozen.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Tobias, maybe if you are frozen, maybe
Okay.
switch off from the space and you can come back, and then I will accept your demand to get in.
Okay. Well, if
So
there's
yeah,
any question, guys, and just drop it, and always feel free to contact me via Twitter and